People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People of Seven on Twitter and YouTube, people are elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com, and my soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. And a couple of people have seen the spinning swirl video where it seeped and leaked all over the place. Well, because it was raw soap, I just waited for 48 hours before I even bothered to try to clean it. And I cleaned it with plain old water. And then I went behind it with some of my Purple Butterflies dish soap bar. And it actually had a big brown spot when I bought it, like 20 years ago. That was part of it. And they gave me 50% off because they said we don't wash stuff. We just go ahead and sell it or write it off as a loss. So my $60 mat was only $30. But I decided to give it a good cleaning. And I'm going to show you how it looks now. You could barely see the 3 brown stains that was in it at the time that it was purchased. And everything else that was on it is gone. And that's how it looked on the other side. Small caveat. When it was completely dry, it has a handle, by the way. So I go to pick it up by the handle, and this happened. What? Look at this. They apparently used one swiggle of glue to put this thing together. But since they did staple the mat to it in the proper format, I figure I could either repair it or I could leave it because now I have 2 18-inch mats. This is still a cutting board and it's still, almost as good as the day I bought it 20 some years ago. So what do you think? Should I glue it back together or should I just use it separately? Because I also use this when I do crafts or whatever. And then, the cutting feature, I'll just pull out the cutting mat if I need to cut something the way I always do. It's like if I was working on a craft that needed to be cut, I just flip it over. Well, it wouldn't, really bother me too much just to keep them separate. Because as you can tell, when I make duct taped stuff, that's the mat I was using to cut it on. And this is actually it's called Quilt and Press for a reason. This is actually a pressing mat so you can iron stuff. So, yeah, what do you think? Should I leave it separate? And if I leave it separate, then I'm going to put a backing over this part. So that way, if I do another spin swirl, I don't have to worry about this, lifting up like right here where the fabric is. But by the same token, this would be handy to have. When I was doing the spin swirl, this part was like in the way anyway. So I'll let y'all vote on that and then make my decision accordingly. This has been People of Seven on Twitter and YouTube. People are elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. And my soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. Oh, that's another thing. If you have a, you know, passion for vaping or whatever, get yourself a pass-through battery that you could use separate when you are out and about, but when you're in a car or near any source of power, you can charge it at the same time that you're vaping it. So it's like right now my Vision spinner is over here on the charger, and I don't know if you can see it from this camera angle. When it's on the charger, I can't vape on it because the battery is attached to that same end. The way this is made, the battery is attached to the bottom, and I could vape at the top. So just the option to consider, so forth and so on. I'm never going to get rid of my Vision spinner. I love that thing. But if I find a Vision spinner that has a pass-through protocol, then that would be my go-to. So that way I could charge it and vape at the same time without having to switch out batteries and all that. And then the only thing I do is make sure my juice level is where I want it and keep it going. Anyway, this has been People of Seven on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. Yes, I'm still random. And my socials are located at people.etsy.com. Y'all stay blessed and stay tuned.